It's that time of year again where I'm going to be talking about my beauty favourites and my beauty fails that I've been trying on and off camera over the last few weeks. And some of these are slightly updated because I may have tried a couple of these on camera and thought a certain type of way, and that opinion has now completely changed after trying these products over and over again, so you may want to stick around. I have been trying a bunch of new stuff over the last month or so, and some of them are, and the others have just left me a little bit exasperated, wanting more, a lot more. So if you want to know what I think is truly worth your money and those products that I feel are going to go straight in the returns bin, then let's get on with it. First up, I'm going to talk about a product that when I'm actually filming this, it hasn't been released yet, but I've had my hands on this for a long time now and I've really put it through its paces. There's actually a couple of products from this brand I want to mention. One I've talked about a lot. You all know I absolutely love it, but there is a method to my madness of why I want to mention them both. So this is the product, the newbie, that deserves its place in this video for major positive reasons. This is from ONESKIN and it is the Peptide Lip Mask. As you can see, this is already heavily used. This belongs in my handbag. I am constantly reapplying this even when I don't need to. I'm a little bit obsessed. So ONESKIN is one of my favorite skincare brands of all time. They have a specific peptide, OS1. It actually is the only peptide that's clinically proven to rewind the skin's biological age, which I just think is immense. Now, I really do like this, but I am using it in collaboration with the ONESKIN eye treatment. So I use the eye treatment absolutely everywhere. So I use it all over my face, I use it on my neck, I even use it on my lips. And the way that that product is formulated, it gets really deep into the tissue and does the job exactly where you want it to. The reason I use that product first and then this over the top of it, although this has OS1 peptide in there, so it is going to do the job, because of the way this is formulated and because this really does connect a barrier on the top of the skin to stop any moisture from getting out, really locking that moisture in as well as that OS1 peptide. It's going to sit on the surface for some of that time. So not every little bit of this formula is going to sink in as deeply as I personally need it. Nevertheless, I do think this is going to really help to soften those lines and wrinkles on the lip area and make your lips a lot juicier just using this on its own. But I'm giving it a double whammy and using the eye treatment first and then this to lock it all in and give you an extra thump of that OS1 peptide over the top. It is lovely, it is fragrance free, it is nasties free. It's just a lovely, lovely product, really well formulated. It does have this little scooper, which I've never used. I mean, I'm not really bothered about getting my fingers in a product and putting it directly on my skin. Got a mirror in there, it's nice and chunky, it's well formed, it's really nice and luxurious, and it's not scratched even though it spent quite a few weeks in my handbag being heavily used. Let's talk about the Sculpted by AIMEE Cushion Foundation. Now I tried this before I did my previous Get Ready With Me video. I tried it over a few days. I was very complimentary about the foundation, and quite rightly so. It is very quick, very easy to apply, especially if you are in a rush. You can apply it with a sponge, you can apply it with a brush, or with the applicator puff that comes with it, which I do think is the best method of application because it just means you don't layer up too much and make the problems of this foundation worse. It's very good on the go. I'd worn it for numerous days and had success with it. However, the transfer on this foundation, even when I apply the teeny tiniest amount, it's a lot. It's probably the most transferable foundation I've ever had on my skin. And at first I thought maybe it's because of the skincare that I'm applying underneath. I do like my skincare in the morning. So the other day I tried it without any skincare on whatsoever, and it still transferred like a slug. I mean, I was leaving foundation wherever I went. I didn't even need to touch people and they were covered in my foundation. So I don't actually know how that was the case, because I wore that foundation in a sauna. I wore it in an ice bath. I wore it all day through London, and it still looked passable at the end of the day. I've no idea how it managed it with the amount of transfer that must have been happening. But yeah, it's not going to be a foundation that I gravitate towards unless I am in a serious rush, because like I said, it is very quick to apply. It's not a top drawer product. I mean, I feel really awful saying this, but if you like a transfer proof foundation, not even transfer proof, if you like any sort of transfer resistance, even with powder, I wouldn't go for this foundation. I don't actually have it with me to hold up because I've passed this on to my mum to test out, and maybe she'll have a different point of view. I don't know. Hopefully, fingers crossed, she'll be on soon to pass her opinions across. Next up, we have a massive product with a teeny tiny price tag. This is the WELEDA Serum Drops. It's the extra rich Omega Serum Drops with avocado oil, and I just think this is larger than life. I love it. If you don't want to be buying several different moisturizers to suit your needs, especially if you have skin like mine that's very temperamental, that sometimes in a morning can be seriously dry, sometimes in a morning can be really oily, you want to customize that one foundation to suit every single situation, these are an absolute godsend. They are superb. So sometimes I don't use these at all. If I've got oily skin, no need. If I have really dry skin, I use these neat. And if I have a hint of dryness, I add these into my moisturizer to just give my moisturizer that little bit of extra richness and support. Great, great product, absorbs really easily into the skin, mixes with every single moisturizer that I have in my collection really, really well. It doesn't separate, it just is. It's so good. Really, really good. Highly recommend. I did say I had some saunas and some ice baths this month, several actually, and I was lucky enough to experience those with a friend of mine, Dr. Sam. We actually went to an event to celebrate the launch of the Dr. Sam's Flawless Body Cleanser. Now, please do not take the fact that I have used friend in that sentence to think that I am going to be completely biased about this product. I am more than capable of taking my heart out, switching the light bulb on in my head and talking about the negatives of this product. It's going to be very quick though, because there aren't any where this product is concerned. So let's just bypass that. This is the most beautiful body cleanser I think I have ever used. The only thing that I like out of a body cleanser that this doesn't have, for numerous reasons, is a fragrance. This does not have a fragrance, but I do think the smell is really clean. It is a really fresh fragrance. It's not one of those that you're not going to enjoy using because it doesn't have that added synthetic fragrance or essential oils added into the mix, which Dr. Sam would never put in her products. So this is an exfoliating body cleanser. I have never had an exfoliating body cleanser before. I've always exfoliated my body using an exfoliating body cream. However, there are certain things you can't add into an exfoliating body cream that I feel I need now. I need that treatment for my skin to really plump, smooth, take out all those creases, little crinkles, bumps and lumps. And if you add exfoliation ingredients into a moisturizer for the body, it's very difficult to then incorporate those ingredients that are going to do all those things that I now need. So using a body cleanser with those ingredients in is so key to then be able to add a moisturizer over the top that is going to do all those smoothing things. This is rich, this is lush, it lathers a tiny weeny bit. It is very, very smoothing, very calming on the skin, and it leaves my skin hydrated, nourished, and just silky smooth. I used to get quite itchy in the bath because one, I was covered in dead skin cells, sorry, and two, my bath is always too warm. It really is. I know it's not good for me. I'm always preaching to you that you shouldn't have a bath that is too hot. I always do it. I always do it. I love a hot bath. So every time I got in the bath, I got a little itchy. And, you know, when you're scratching yourself, I used to look at my fingers and think, ooh. And then there was loads of dead skin cells, grey underneath my nails. TMI, I am so sorry. That is not happening anymore. I received one of these in PR. I have since been out and bought another 2 of these. One for me because Wes stole the one that I got in PR, and the other one for my mom because I wanted her to try it. I thought she would love it, and again, her thoughts will be coming soon. I have tried another cleanser over the last few weeks though, and I've really tried to give this one a go, and it's a massive no-no from me, which is such a shame. So this is the KIEHL'S Ultra Facial Barrier-Hydrating Cleanser. This has a cream to foam consistency, which is very, very nice. Right up my street. It's also got amino acids in here, squalane, glycerin, again, tick, tick, tick. Unfortunately, this really stings my eyes, really stings. And when you wear waterproof mascara or, you know, any other waterproof makeup that needs a little bit of persuasion to shift, you can't help but get this in your eyes. I haven't experienced this for a really long time with a cleanser, but this one, my eyes were just red by the time I left my bathroom. I don't know whether it's something that I am very sensitive to, because I love all the other KIEHL products. KIEHL products for me are absolutely beautiful, but this one, I don't want my eyes to sting. I don't want to look like a red-eyed rabbit when I'm leaving the room. Yeah, I just look like I'd been crying continuously. So it's a no from me. Really lovely consistency, and it took all my makeup off. It felt like it'd taken my eyes out at the same time. Have to do a little bit of a happy dance for this mascara. This is a brand new mascara from Vieve. It's the Icon Mascara, and oh whoa. If you haven't tried this mascara already, get it in your basket. I don't say that very often, but this is definitely, definitely worth the money. This also came in a sauna with me, and even though this doesn't say that it's a waterproof formula, 1, it holds a curl. 2, it doesn't smudge. 3, it doesn't bleed throughout the day. You are not going to get panda eyes from this. And 4, ultra volume. Ultra. I mean, there's nothing more I can say about this. I absolutely love it. If you are going to try it, don't judge it on the first day. Get to using it and then maybe judge it on day 3 to 5 when it's got to its prime thickness. I just cannot stop using this. And last Thursday, I went into Space NK and bought another one for my mum. Usually, I would send her home with my products. I wouldn't usually buy another one for my mum, but there are certain products that I refuse to be without. The Dr. Sam's body cleanser is one of them. This is another. So yeah, she's got her own. We're in the midst of cold season. As soon as the heating goes on, we all get a sniffle. We all get that heaviness between the brows. We're passing germs on to everyone around us and having time off work. Why am I saying this, you ask? And why am I actually introducing a candle into my beauty faves and fails? Well, I am, because this is most definitely a favorite. It is a product that so many people will find beneficial at this time of year. This is from a company called The Skinny Confidential, and it's their non-toxic candle. This does a job. It is not just there to look pretty. It is a eucalyptus candle. I have mine underneath a candle burner, so I'm not actually burning it from the wick, hence why the wick is still intact and looking beautiful. This goes underneath my candle burner, and the smells, the fumes, just go around the room and help to clear your nose, clear your throat, clear your head. It is powerful, but it is amazing. So if you have a child that does not like having Vicks Vapor Rub rubbed all over their body, doesn't like Olbas oil on a tissue, they don't want anything smothered on their skin, but they really need that relief of the eucalyptus in the air to really help soothe and calm, this is unbelievable. I put this under my candle burner the other day and shut all the doors in so none of these beautiful fragrances could get out of the room. It was like being in a sauna. You came in and you were hit with a wall of eucalyptus. It's stunning. I so desperately wanted to love these, and do not get me wrong, these are a genius product. These are so, so good, but something inside my soul just tells me that these are alien and they should not be used for me personally, and they make me feel panicked. These are the Skinny Confidential mouth tapes. Now, why is it important to have mouth tape? It's not, but it sort of is. So I really want to be able to use these, because if you breathe through your nose has a natural filter in there to filter out all the nasty chemicals and everything that's in the air so that they don't get into your lungs. Your mouth doesn't have that facility, so if you're breathing through your mouth, especially at night when we're relaxed, you're gonna get all that bad stuff in the lungs, which is going to make you slightly unhealthier than if you were breathing through the nose. I am a mouth breather. I've only got one nostril that works after breaking my nose twice when I was younger, and maybe I should sort that out, but I really struggle to use mouth tape because I only have one nostril that works, and I also have that really weird thing going off inside my head that tells me if that nostril blocks up during the night, I am just not going to be able to breathe and I'm just going to die. Not that I'll wake myself up in a little bit of a, oh, I can't breathe. Take the mouth tape off. Oh no, worst case scenario, straight away, because that's how I'm rolling at the moment. So I was really keen to try these because the mouth tape that I tried in the past didn't have a hole where you can still breathe through your mouth. So I thought, result, these are going to be brilliant. Also, they are made of a fabric that moves with you. So your mouth isn't clamped shut. You're not gonna feel like Neo from The Matrix when his mouth gets sewn up and he's like, you're not gonna feel like that. However, I sort of did. So I do like that movement. It was just alien to me to not be able to open my mouth, and because of that, I've only been able to use these twice. Once for around 10 minutes, because I'm resilient. And the second time, I think I lasted for about 20 minutes, but that sheer panic just took over from me and I had to rip this off after that amount of time and go. If you've always wanted to try mouth taping, however, I do recommend these, even though I can't use them because of that inner turmoil, ridiculous thoughts and feelings going through my head. I do think these are a great product. One, they have a hole in the center and they move. So if my nose did get clogged up, I would be able to still breathe through this. This would not suffocate me. I also like the fact that this is really gentle on my skin. This doesn't pull with my skin barrier. It hasn't hindered me at all. Obviously, I have only used this twice, so maybe I'm not the best person to ask, but it's not given me any irritation whatsoever. I love the shape of it. I love everything other than using it, really. So it was a massive fail for me because, yeah, I just can't help myself. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. But if you can, I do recommend these, and they come in a nice little case as well. Really not selling it, am I? Not my job. That is my opinion. One product that I really did get on with though is the NATASHA DENONA Eye Sculpt Texture and Tone Palette. This is such a genius product. I think a lot of people aren't going to pick this up because there are numerous undertones in this palette, and people will think, well, you know, I'm a warm undertone, so I wouldn't use any of the pinky tones in there. There's just no way. So why bother picking this up if I'm not going to use half of the palette that's in there? I was in a similar mind frame. I do think this is great for any makeup artist to have in their kit because they're just going to be able to use absolutely everything, but this is also great for mixing. So if you mix a warm tone with a pinkier tone, you're going to get more of a neutral undertone. You can also change the slight shades a little bit as well as the undertones. There is something for everybody in here. There's those deeper tones for liners, for a little bit of depth. There's also those lighter tones if you are fair-skinned like me and you really struggle to find an eyeshadow palette other than a quad to take with you on holiday. Try this. It's got 2 shimmers in here, that is it. The rest are mattes. They are silky smooth and sumptuous. Some of the mattes are slightly more textured than others, but they still blend superbly well. I have this palette on my eyes today. It is so wearable. It is so beautiful. It is also buildable, so you can really add a punch to this if you want to zhuzh it up for an evening look, or if you want to look really luxurious during the daytime. I love it. I absolutely love it. I will be using this on my mum to see what she thinks of it because I think she will also really love it. Even though she's not usually an eyeshadow wearer, this will just give a bit of dimension and sculpt the eye area, really lift it up, give it some depth. Love it. Okay, I feel the need to brace myself for this, and you may want to do the same. So in my recent Get Ready With Me video, I spoke about the Dior Sequin Liquid Duos. I bought 2 of these. They are £45 each. They are nowhere near as good as the Chanel dual-ended liquid lipsticks, which are very similar to this in the sense that they have a liquid lipstick in one end and a gloss on the other. The reason the Chanel ones are so much better than these, if you are going to spend that amount of money, I highly recommend you get those instead. They don't budge. The gloss is really moisturizing, although I can wear the liquid on its own without an issue, without any drying, without any tightening, but I do love the gloss over the top. The gloss helps with the longevity of the product. It doesn't hinder the longevity of the product, whereas this, you can use the liquid lipstick, the pigmented side, and it's not going to budge on you all day. It's going to stay intact. As soon as you put the gloss over the top of it, it is transfer city. It will transfer onto glasses, food, the rest of your face, whatever. It just transfers absolutely everywhere. It goes patchy. It doesn't look pleasant after the gloss unless you're continuously touching this up. So the other day I thought, okay, so we've found out how it doesn't work. How will it work if I just apply the pigmented liquid lipstick and I leave the gloss alone? Let's just not put the gloss on there at all. I turned up at Meadowhall on Thursday. I had only had this product on for 40 minutes, maybe less. And my mum took one look at me and she went, gosh, your lips look dry. They looked horrendous. They looked ridged. They looked flaky. They looked super, super dry. I'm taking very good care of my lips at the moment. My lips do not look dry. They should not be dry. I am shoving everything on them during the day and they look really smooth and they've got a lot of plumpness and life to them. Not when I put this on. When I put this on, you can see every single groove, ridge, flake, absolutely. It just pinpoints dryness that wasn't even there beforehand. So yeah, unfortunately, these are a massive fail for me. I don't even think the glitter in this looks really nice. It's, again, a little patchy, a little just meh. So £90 wasted down the drain. Won't be using those again. Even with some sort of other gloss over the top, or even when I put my ONESKIN lip balm over the top, these transferred absolutely everywhere. I would highly recommend you did not buy these unless you've tried them already in store, in a Dior, and you've walked around all day and you love them. Just heed my warning. It's a no. A couple of new products that I absolutely loved, however. The first one, the QURE Dermal Mist. This is a hypochlorous acid mist and it is so cooling, so calming, just really, really beautiful on my skin. If I had any sort of irritation, any little breakout, spray this on, instant redness reducing, instant irritation reducing, just instant calming and soothing. I absolutely love this. If you have a teenager in your house or you have problematic skin yourself, this is going to be your new best friend. It is lovely. I apply this first before any of my other skincare and beautiful, really lovely. It's got a really nice mist on it. Woo! Wrong side. It's got a really nice mist on it as well. Really smooth, just nice. You don't get too much product on your skin. You don't look spattered. You don't look speckled. It's really, really beautiful. Love it. And finally, the Kate Somerville Goat Milk Cleanser. This is lush on another level. It is just divine. I picked this up at Sephora and it was because I had lots of points. And I think it might have been like a birthday thing or a points thing. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, I got to choose out of the box what I wanted to try. And this really spoke to me and I'm so glad it did. I'm so glad it was like, Gemma, take me home. Because it's so, so beautiful. It truly is. I mean, I think that is the word of this video. Does have a little bit of fragrance. Ooh. Oh, wanted to come out and say hello. Let me show you. So it looks a little textured. Let me try and see if you can see that. Can you see those little balls in there? There's little bits of texture in there that makes this look like it's an exfoliating product. It's not. So as soon as you apply water to your skin, to your hands, or you start to massage this into your fingers a little bit, all that texture just melts into a beautiful milky formula. So I apply this to wet skin, wet fingers. That is way too much. You need half the amount of that to cleanse your entire face. This is one of those products that doesn't drag the skin. It's not sticky, it's milky and smooth. So when you're washing your skin, you don't feel a heaviness to this. It is super, super lightweight and leaves my skin feeling soft, smooth, bouncy, hydrated, but completely clean. And it will remove waterproof mascara, which some cleansers, they just don't do. They just don't. I think I've got out of that pretty lightly this month. I mean, how many fails have we got? 3? 4? No? 4. Out of 12. I don't think that's too bad. Let me know what you've been trying this month and what has worked for you and what hasn't. What didn't work for you about it? Give us all the nitty gritty details in the comment section. I'm sure everybody wants to hear your thoughts. Please also don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye everyone.